Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today the date is March 4th, 2018. Time right now is 1:40 in the afternoon. Okay, got this question that was sent to me to Loy at loymachedo.com. You got questions, send me there. It's in the description box below. Question is, how do I deal with manipulative people? Okay, see, you'll always have people of different kinds. There'll be people who are good, there'll be people who are bad, and then there are people who are good, but they choose to be manipulative, okay? You can't help it. Now, how do you deal with them is, the only answer to this is through practice, okay? Through practice and experience. Now, let's say, for example, you have identified someone who's manipulative in nature. Now, keeping away from them, if you keep away from them, you will not learn. I'll give you the best example that I can think of. Now, I was literally born and raised in Dubai. Okay, now Dubai is a very safe environment. Dubai is even though I had an Indian passport, and Dubai is a very cool, calm, composed place, very laid back, don't have to worry much. Those days, I'm talking of the 80s. However, Bombay was a hustling, bustling place, and that is where, my parents had come from. From Bangalore, they settled down in Bombay, and then they came down to Dubai. So when during the Gulf War, they took me to Bombay. And Mumbai, as you call it. Now, I had never been to Mumbai, and Mumbai is far more faster than Dubai. In fact, there is this saying, if you can survive in Mumbai, you can survive anywhere. Now, in Mumbai, I had to take the rickshaw, which was not there in Dubai. I had to take the trains where everyone was pushing everyone else. I had never done that. In fact, I had never even jumped out of a moving train. I didn't know how to do that. You'd be surprised to know this. I never met, you call it a chaka, guy who dresses up like a girl, or the girl who dresses up like a guy. These transgenders who used to ask money. So I never met them. I didn't know how to deal with them. And I never met these, roadside people who do threaten you and all that. I never dealt with them. And you're talking of when I was in my 8th standard, I think I was 14 or 15 years old, and I was shit scared. So when I met there, I couldn't stay locked up in the house. In fact, you'd be surprised to know, I used to stay in Borivali, and I had to go to Villa Parva, where I was studying at St. Xavier's Boys High School. So I never experienced all this. And my mother used to come with me in the ladies' compartment because I didn't know how to even use the train. So there was no other way for me to learn other than to actually do it. So my mother used to get up with me, take me into the train, and take me all the way to the college and bring me back. So that's how I learned initially. And then later on, she helped me find a couple of boys who would take me with them, and I would go. And eventually I learned to do it by myself. So what I'm trying to tell you is, the only way for me to learn how to survive in a very tough, rough place like Bombay, was to actually be there, to experience it. So if you want to learn how to deal with manipulative people, the only way you can learn or how to deal with them is to be with them, to spend time with them, to learn. It's like the more you are spending time with them, the more you learn. The more you learn of their techniques, their strategies, and how they act, how they behave. Like, for example, if you want to learn how to be smooth and smart with girls, by looking at girls from afar, you're not going to learn that. When I want to learn how to be with girls, even though I was born and raised in a very conservative family that never allowed us to even talk to a girl, let alone, you forget talk to a girl, to even see a girl. I was a playboy. I wanted to learn how to be with girls, and that time I was not a playboy. So what I did is, I spent the maximum time with girls. I made only my friends were girls. I used to hang around with them, be with them, talk to them. Everyone used to make fun of me. The boys used to make fun, but I chose to be with the girls. And eventually I learned how to handle girls, how to speak to them. I understood the mind of women, and that is what made me much better with women. So if you want, you want to know how to deal with manipulative people, you need to be with them, hang around with them, make mistakes with them. They will take advantage of you, but eventually you will get there, okay? There's no way you can learn how to hang around or deal with manipulative people by being afar. So just as you want to learn, if you want to learn fighting, you need to be with fighters, be with them, receive punches, take punches, and be thrown around. Eventually you learn, just like wrestling. If you want to learn wrestling, you're not going to learn wrestling by being a hero. Maybe you'll have to go into a wrestling ring, be hammered, thrown around, beaten up, left, right, and center, black and blue, only then you learn. It's only when you take those shots do you know how to protect yourself from those shots. So in the same way, if you want to learn how to deal with manipulative people, be around with them. Don't run away from them. Be with them. Hang around with them. And that's how you will learn. So I hope this answers your question. If you have any more questions, let me know. Loy from loymachedo.com. Loy at loymachedo.com. You can send me a question. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And put your comments down below. Love to hear from you. This is Loy Machedo saying goodbye for now. Take care. Bye.